Ladd McConkey. Laddie. Now, this is another interesting guy to look at. And here's part of the problem you're into when you start ranking these guys is how do you look at players? Are you liking the guys that you think are, low floor or high floor, and low ceiling, or do you want to go for that home run pick at that point there? And that's part of where you go. We talked about Mitchell a minute ago, where he needs to polish up. He needs some work at that point. He's got that high ceiling. He's got that low floor because, again, you can't guarantee people are going to polish up. Ladd McConkey's the exact opposite. He's got that high floor, but he's also got that low ceiling. Kind of like we talked about Rome there before from Michigan there. 6 foot, 186, 22 years old. Last year, 23, had 9 games, 30 receptions, 478 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 rushes, 38 yards, and a TD. 22 had 15 games, 58 receptions, 762 yards, 7 touchdowns. And then 7 rushes for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is this guy that, and part of the reason I got him up so high is because he's this guy that this new NFL loves. He's shifty. He moves around. You can put him in the backfield. You can put him in the slot. You can put him on the outside. But again, he's never going to be that, here's my top receiver. He's never going to be that, guys. I don't want to make it seem like I'm putting this guy too high. But I do think he's got that safe where he's going to be a legit NFL receiver. It's just a matter of how high up that board he goes at that point in your depth chart and all. Shifty, able to get open, good at yak. Also was a top flight punt returner. Again, we're talking about the kick returns before there, Andrew. This is a guy who, like, you put him on your special teams, he's going to be a stud at special teams. Cons-wise there, can't break through contact very well, which is weird that he's very good at returning and has trouble breaking through contact as a receiver. Those two things don't seem to go hand in hand. He does it on special teams. He can't do it on offense. I'm not quite sure why.
It's also a little different.
Lacks top speed, and here's the big one. And this is what really stops him from, I think he would have been a top flight receiver this year at Georgia. He's had some knee issues.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the medical. This is one of the first guys we're talking about the medical stuff. Like, you really have to look at the medical and go, okay, I'm confident in these knees. Okay, these are the bee's knees. They're going to last a while, and he's going to have no problem. Because if you're not, you have plenty of option guys. You don't need to go with this. So I'm going to run to the assumption that everything's okay medically, but we don't know that. So assuming it is, that's where we're at. Oh, we lost Rob. He's got a cartoon to me. And they're about to lose Andrew as well. I'm all
right. I was just literally replying to the fiance here. The one thing I was going to say about Ladd, though, we need him and we need his high side to go up for the white team. Inevitably, that keeps being talked about on all these podcasts by all these NFL players and stuff. Like, can we just listen? This draft, we got a white running back coming up. We got a white cornerback coming up, and now we got another white. What's that?
Is it Jason Sehorn Jr.?
No, we got Cooper DeJean, man. He comes in. We got so many players for the white team now. Like, he needs to be good. No, I do think Ladd. Again, we were talking about certain locations. As long as he doesn't again go to certain places, I'm not going to say Cleveland. But
just hate Cleveland.
I actually
get mugged there once as a child or something. Like,
I'd never go into Cleveland, that's for sure.
I wouldn't have all the trash talk you've been doing.
Right? Yeah, any Seriously. Cleveland fan in here is gonna be like, nah, dude, that NSD that guy from up north, not screw him.
Can't do it.
Yeah. I think he would be a great fit in Atlanta, so he doesn't have to leave too far from Georgia. He can be that slot guy that more than likely Kirk Cousins will utilize on a daily. So,
oh yeah. Plus, he can take him out to varsity.
Yeah, no, he'd be like, no, I can show you Atlantic City, Kurt. Follow me.
There's not much left to Atlantic City, trust me. It's really not much. Every time I go there, it's like, this casino's closed, that casino's closed.
It's funny because I heard of Atlantic City when I was younger, probably around the same time I heard about like Las Vegas. And then all of a sudden I never heard of Atlantic City until Kirk Cousins was going to sign with Atlanta. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They do have that knockoff like Vegas thing going on there, right?
No, that's Jersey.
Oh, that's Jersey. Hey, speaking of Jersey.
Whoa, where is he?
Yep.
He's all fuzzy. Fuzzy was a bear. Yeah, that's Jersey where we have Atlantic City.
That goes to Atlantic City.
Yeah. So
What's
you
the
missed all
one
the
in
Atlantic City
Atlanta?
talk. So I don't know. There's no casinos in Atlanta.
I thought there was an Atlantic City. They called it
They're,
Atlantic City.
I'm pretty sure they have Native American.
Do they? Okay. Now, you may have been thinking of the Futurama episode where it was the lost city of Atlanta.
Could be.
That was a spectacular episode of Futurama. We're more than a great airport.
Oh yeah, like the Denver airport you guys got, right? Like everything, like there's nothing.
No, Atlanta is
going
the
on
biggest
there, right?
airport in the entire world. Like literally the entire world. Atlanta.
Really?
Yes, look it up. It's the most.
I'm gonna have to go shenanigans in that.
Okay, well,
I've been to Atlanta Airport. I've been to JFK. I've been to Newark. I've been to Houston. A lot of international airports.
I actually would have guessed either LA or Houston personally.
Yeah,
here we go. This is according to Wikipedia.
Okay.
I can't believe this is the topic we're going on to here, but we're going for it. Busiest airports in 2023 based on current stats. Number 1, Atlanta. 104,653,451 passengers so far. Number 2, Dubai International, 86 million.
Yep.
Dallas
that
number
makes sense.
Dallas number 3, 81. And then
I guess with
Heathrow
FedEx and stuff like that.
79. So keep in mind, you're going 86 to 104. That's the difference. That's how big that freaking airport is, dude. It's insanity. It's just very big and very spread out, so you don't realize when you're there how big it is.
I hate flying.
I love flying only because it means I'm going somewhere with a coconut and an alcoholic drink and a straw.
I can do that.
I'm also cheap, so
you can't do that. I've been to Canada. I know better.
Yeah, but you have to wear flannel when you put the coconut and the straw in there.
What's wrong with that? At least you're still wearing shorts.
looking like an extra for the Red Green show.
Yeah, I look like I belong in Leonard Kenny.
Yeah.
I think we're almost out of Canadian TV references. Like
Red Green, Leonard Kenny.
We're like up Schitt's Creek now.
Oh.
I think that's the extent of all the Canadian TV I know at that point there.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.